What is up, everybody? Yapping Aris here with another video, and today, obviously I know I'm not looking at the camera's over here, but today we're going to be talking about dating app pet peeves. So we were just randomly having a conversation one day about our little adventures using different types of apps. I know Rainbow's probably been on Grindr a couple times, Tinder, not 100% certain.
I've been on Tinder like once or twice, but it wasn't for me.
Yeah, and then we just basically got into a funny little conversation about our overall pet peeves of what we consistently see. A lot of the opposite sex women tend to put on their profiles, and we'll talk about it a little bit here. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
So
those women, bro. Those women.
So Rainbow, did you want to start us off? You got one?
Well, I mean, the people will see it unless you want to show, but we do have a whole list because there's just so many. But I'll just kind of pick a random one, like doot. Oh yeah, I'm shy at first, but I can open up. Shut the fuck up. Everyone's like that. When they first meet somebody, it's called a first impression. Shut up. I fucking hate that shit so goddamn much. Like, every bio is just like, oh, I'm shy at first. Even some of the dudes, I swear, even some of the dudes do that shit. I'm just like, yeah.
Guys do
I'm
that?
shy.
Is that a guy thing?
I've seen a few. No, it's a woman thing, but I've seen a few guys have that, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Everyone's shy when they first meet somebody, right? You could be like all prepared, suit, tie, and shit. You walk up to him, you're like, hey, youngin'. And you're just like, hi. Everyone fucking does it. God, I hate.
I agree. Everybody is shy, and it's not even worth stating. I don't understand why women believe it's a what would you say? Like it's a quality, it's a trait. It's none of that. It's just you're meeting someone new for the first time. It's gonna be a little awkward. It's gonna be a little weird, strange. You don't need to mention that you're shy off the bat. I personally believe that's just natural.
It's just a thing.
It doesn't need to be stated.
I think the strap behind that is, I think they do that because they want to act shy. Sometimes they may not even be shy. They just want you to do like the first move and shit.
Yeah,
I think that's the reason behind it.
Women tend to want guys to initiate the conversation and be the one to carry it as well, which is another big pet peeve of mine. I don't even know if this is on the list. I haven't really glanced at it yet, but I really dislike it when women say "don't be dry." I don't know if you guys have ever heard that. They're like, "Don't be dry" right off the bat.
Oh yeah, they do that a lot, and then they say "don't be dry," and then they're the types to respond with, "Okay."
Yes.
Like, bro, I'm the dry one.
Don't be dry, as they tend to make it dry. Like, okay, bro.
Yeah, we can't be dry ourselves, and we have to be the ones to be entertaining, energetic, and initiate, as I've already stated, the conversation. And the females themselves will respond with one word, or saying "LOL" or "I don't know." That's what we get in return for all of our energy and all of our effort. Is just some of the most pathetic responses imaginable.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
When Terrell said "LOL," "LMAO," and shit like that, you guys know I message it like that a lot too. Like in regular messages, you notice that I type "LOL," "LMAO" a lot. I remember there's this one. Yeah, there was this one girl I was talking to, and it's just a habit. Like, even if it's not funny, I'll type something like, let's say something like, "Hey, yo, what's up, LOL?" And then she was like, "What's so funny, huh?" I'm like, "Bro,
I've had that happen too.
Fuck out." I'm like, I even told her, I'm like, it's just a habit. I literally will type "LOL" like in more than half of my sentences, and then even after she was like, "Oh, okay," which is a dry response, by the way. And then like shortly after, I was like, "So what you doing right now, LOL?" He's like, "Again, what's funny?" I'm like, "Really? Fuck you." It's so stupid. It's like into one ear and then out the other. It's so stupid.
And what you actually said about the messages, that's actually part of the list, was lack of response, weak messages. Like that is in there, but God, I hate that shit so much. Like, because you know what is crazy? Because they'll see your face, right? They'll see your profile, and then they see your message, and you could have like the most clever, like if it was on like a guy that makes $600K a year and shit, if they saw that, as like and they put the face like, okay, this face. Oh, they have like such a cute message. Oh, hee. Oh, let me message them. Oh my gosh, I want to meet you up. You're in LA? Yeah, me too, because that's where everybody's fucking at. Oh yeah, I'm in LA. Right? But if it's like a regular nigga like us and we have the same message, they'd be like, okay, I guess I'll make him feel better. Like, oh man.
Here, let's jump into another one. What about icebergs? Iceberg photos. If you guys are familiar with what an iceberg photo is.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious when they do that. Like when you're only taking face photos, it's like, dude, first of all, since you're so focused on the face, the first thing I notice is it's round. I'm round myself, but like, you know, I feel like most women will do an iceberg photo to cover up their body, which is what they do it for. And let's be real, most of the time when they do an iceberg photo, they're fat. It's like, what's the point of doing that? Like, you're not hiding anything. We can see it in your face. You have a round, non-symmetrical face.
You know what's crazy though? You say that it's obvious. Not all the time. I've seen some women with very like natural, normal-looking faces, and I was like, oh, okay, you know, that's not that bad. And then I scroll to the next photo, and it's just it's just a circle. I'm like, what? I'm like, wow.
It just became like a fucking potion.
Maybe because I'm an artist and shit, I can see like the fine like little details and shit. I see like.
Oh my god, here we go with that shit.
I was like,
man,
oh,
get a close up.
Yeah, you fat fuck.
That's why women, we need the whole photo. If not the whole photo, at least T and knees.
For any of you guys who don't know what an iceberg is, those of you watching, it's basically when a woman takes a photo like at my camera angle that you can see it's just like the head here, and then if you look at the shape of an iceberg at the very top above the water, it's just kind of like a little diamond triangle. Not diamond, it's triangle.
Like
it's
a shape,
thin, yeah. But then if you look under the water, it's just a massive circle. It's huge under the water. It's women that just want to take a picture of what's thin and what's small, and then hide the giant stuff, essentially.
Yeah, and usually the iceberg is like more like a triangle shape, like a pyramid, and that's essentially what they do us in with a pyramid scheme. Like it's just showing the face and shit.
Yeah, and then
it all ties together.
If they're not doing the iceberg photo, though, another way that they'll try to hide it is that they'll take like all their pictures will be group photos, and you got to play the guessing game of like which one it is, and it's obviously the big one. It's like, dude, we're on a dating. We want to see you. I don't care about your friends. I can meet them later if things work out. But
isn't that on here? Isn't that on this list? Taking photos. Yeah, group photos. Oh, did you say that? Sorry.
Yeah, group photos. Basically, I just don't like it because they're hiding. It's like I don't want to play a guessing game of like which one it is. It's like, oh, is it this one? And then when I meet up with you, and and I meet up, it's like, wait a minute.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe that's like I think that's a strategy. I think women take photos with friends to make it seem like their lives are, I guess, lively.
Like extravagant.
Yeah, they're extravagant. They hang out with friends. They do a lot of outside activities. They're active. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's why they do it.
Forgetting that I'm speaking to you.
Right, I mean, it's different. It's for the girl. It's to make it look like they're active and they're doing a bunch of stuff outside and having a good time. But to us, it's like we don't care. The guys, we don't care. We just want to see the individual. But
yeah, I've seen a few profiles where I'm just like I'm scrolling. And keep in mind, there's sometimes because you know sometimes dating apps like private album, right? Especially for people who buy the dating app, which is wow. Anyway, there's a couple profiles I went to, never said private album, never said it, right? Every photo was with somebody. And I'm just like, who are you? Like,
yeah, that's what I was trying to get at. Like, maybe it makes sense if you take a group photo and then the rest of the pictures is you yourself. And it's like, okay, these are her friends, this is you. But it's not even just one girl. There's several girls where every photo is a group photo. And it's like, dude, which one am I hitting up?
Yeah, bro, I'm not fucking Detective Gordon. Like, this isn't fucking Batman, bro. I need to find out who the actual fuck you are. Which
like, imagine meeting up is like, oh shit, I got the wrong one, and you just leave.
Which actually, it's funny you say that because another thing women tend to put on their profile is, if you don't like blank, swipe left. Bitch, I was already mid-swipe. I fucking hate that shit, dude. I fucking hate that shit. Like, you know what happens if someone doesn't like blank about you? You know how you know? when you fucking talk to them, when you figure it out, not just, okay, here's my likes. You don't like hiking? Swipe left.
Yeah,
Okay,
I hate that shit.
Maybe you could get me into hiking.
You know what I really hate? That's probably
True.
True. I agree too. Like, you should be able to get somebody into something. It shouldn't just be something you're already into. The person you get with, you should be able to not have same similarities or whatever, but get them into your own interests. Right?
Yeah.
I was gonna bring up something else and I just lost it because I was talking about that. But I'll bring up this. What about wall text? Have you guys ever seen wall text before?
What's that?
Text?
Wall text.
Wall text.
Wall text. So you open up the bio and it's just, you keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and it's just a ton of words. Like, they give you their whole life biography.
And it's basically the first date in a bio.
Yeah, exactly.
Not just the first day, it's the second
I
day.
I literally will just get my cup of wine and I'll just read the whole bio. Okay.
I won't even read it. I won't even read it. I'll skip it because there's always something in the middle that's gonna throw me off. I'm gonna be like, okay, let me read in the middle, and she says,
You know how I figure out what's what, right?
Let
let me tell you the chat. Like, here's what I do, right? I'll look. I'll be like, hey, here's a long wall of text. Okay, let's see. Where do you live? Okay, cool. This is what you look like. Okay, you're Spanish. So I can only imagine half of that shit is gonna be English, and then the other half is gonna be Spanish.
No, it'll be in English though. It's like all English wall text.
Right.
And in the middle of it, she'll say like, "I only date white guys" or something. It's like, oh, okay. I didn't need to read all of it.
But you know what's crazy is that not a lot of women do that. They actually usually put it in the front. The ones you usually see in the middle is like the emoji, so you can tell like, okay, they have like a flower emoji. Let's see what's said here. It's like, I only like flowers on dates, and swipe left. Because I'm not about to pay for dead plants that are $15. Swipe.
Yeah.
You know what's another thing that I find very annoying? I don't know, maybe it's just me, or maybe it's just because I don't care. But like when they're bio, they put like their personality, and then they're like their sign, like INFTP SpaghettiOs. You know what?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I've taken those tests too, and okay.
Some of them, I only date Libras. Thankfully, I'm Libra, but like still, it's like why are you letting sign determine who you date? That's so stupid.
The first
and I don't care if they're, NGMT. I don't even know what half those personalities are.
Yeah, I only know like a few symbols, like MTG, which is Magic the Gathering. Like,
I'm dead.
I think those on the profile is fine, but like I said, the latter part of like, I only date blank, now you're doing too much.
Exactly.
Now you're doing too much.
If you're a Capricorn, we will not buy. All right, fuck you. I'm like, what?
Stupid ass zodiac signs, man.
Yeah, it's not. I chose to be a Capricorn. Like, what the fuck? There was a girl that even told me, "He's like, oh, Libras cannot be trusted," and I'm like,
I think that's just common now. That's very common now for women.
But it's just so stupid. It's like,
you know those magazines back in the day, like the quote unquote girl magazines, where it's like they flip in, it's like, oh, let's talk about all the signs and shit. That's what that shit sounds like to me. Like, bro, we are not in 2009 where it's like, oh my gosh, let's talk about this cute boy in this show. Like, bitch, no.
Back then I used to like fake it, and I can't believe I used to do that. I was so corny. You're a Libra, me too. Like, now it's like, don't care, left.
Yeah. People want their fucking pre-made RPG characters. Like, no, like.
Oh, don't get into that. If we're gonna get into that, it's gonna get crazy.
Customizable characters.
Yeah, customizable characters, man. That's just an issue.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah, we're there. Give us a couple months, ladies and gentlemen. We're good.
No, I don't think so. That's too controversial.
You already know. But yeah, like, there's a difference where it's like, here's my ideal, like, what I like, and then there's that, and then there's, oh, I do not even remotely want to talk about anyone else unless you meet all these criteria. Like, there's sometimes you might meet somebody, they might not fit one or the other criteria, but you like them, everything else about them is fantastic, you can't wait to see a future with them, and hey, they might change because of you.
Yeah, there's definitely a
common ground because of you.
There's a lot of different things that you can get somebody into, and it's very easy to get certain people into things. And if they're not already into it, that shouldn't be a problem. Like, it's fun to show somebody a different hobby. You know what I mean? Get them into a completely different hobby. It's fun to do that.
I just want to be with a girl. She's like, this is what we call an okie, and then she just, they're like, oh.
Definitely not to that level, but I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, because me personally, if like I was dating a chick, right, and she was into sewing, I never sewed in my life, never wanted to, but she's like, hey, come try with me. I'll be like, you know what? See what this shit is about. If I don't like it, hey, I don't like it, but I tried it. Right? Just like if women,
exactly.
If they're like, it's like, what you doing? Oh, I'm gaming with the boys on like PC, Steam. They're like, what's Steam? It's like, let me show you. And if you don't like it, that's fine, but at least you tried it. But people don't want to do that. They just want to speed run to my perfect idol. Like,
and then sometimes you actually end up liking it yourself. Like, oh shit, maybe sewing is not that bad.
Yeah.
Sewing is definitely something I don't see myself ever getting into. But
well, yeah, it's just an example, though. It's just an example.
I know. Yeah. But hey, what if it was something you had to do? Like, you had to get into sewing. Like, and if you didn't, then she was just not gonna fuck with you.
If I had to, like I don't have to be into something. I just, because that actually kind of brings up the other part. It's gonna kind of join together. But when someone has a hyperfixation, but they don't talk about it in the messages, like I want to know. Like, whenever I talk to somebody in IRL, usually I'm the guy that listens, because a lot of times I'll have people I talk to or who I know, and they'll be like, oh my god, dude, I'm into rock climbing. Oh, I love everything rock climbing. It's like, oh, you are? Oh, tell me more. And you could barely get a word in, but you're interested because they're just so passionate about it. So when women have like their passion into the bio, look, if someone saw my passion in the bio and they're mentioning it as the first message, I knew you read my bio. If not the whole thing, at least a part of it.
Do women read bios?
No, right, but I'm saying for us, like if someone read our bio and actually like said, oh, you love making music? Hey, do you have a Spotify? Do you have a SoundCloud, right? I'd go, this girl's actually interested. Let me do that. But yeah, with women, they're just like, face, how much money you make?
Yeah, face, job, career, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get 6 figures, 6 feet tall with a 6-pack, and then it's like the most mid-looking lady of all time.
Yeah. And then if they don't talk about the hyperfixation in the messages, but you know what they do? They say hi, and then that's it. Bitch, I'm trying to fucking talk to you. You're on this dating app for a fucking reason. Say other shit.
Well, that's definitely one of the biggest issues with dating apps right now, is it not? It's the fact that people are trying, like guys especially, I believe, are trying to connect and communicate with the opposite sex, but the females on there are just trying to find the perfect man. They're trying to find their century, if you will. That's such a bad.
I don't even know why I said that. Yeah, no, Century is no. Anyway. Rainbow shit, Marvel Century. I should have said Superman. They're trying to find a Superman.
Oh, okay. Is that second for dating? I didn't know that.
No, Century. Marvel. He just came out with the newest movie. Sorry, I said that.
Yeah, I didn't know you were talking about Hero, so I'm like, is this like a...
Actually, that is a bad example, because Century isn't perfect because of the way. Anyways, we're not getting into Marvel.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, watch Thunderbolt.
Yeah, watch Thunderbolts.
And Sinners. Oh, here's another one.
Sinners.
Yeah, Sinners is good though.
Here's another one too, because I know I mentioned about like Spotify, SoundCloud. I hate accounts that'll go, like they'll show on their bio like their Instagram or Snapchat or whatever, and their bitch ass deadass says, oh, I'm slow to respond to messages on this app. But hey, message, I'm more active on Instagram or I'm more active on Snapchat. No shit, bitch. Not only do you have it in your bio, but I know that's what you want. You want, like, as off camera we talked about this, but like more followers and shit. And it's like, why'd you make the app why'd you make the profile in the first place?
And well,
it's for attention and notoriety.
One of the reasons you said is for followers. Some of them just want to promote their content.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many girls that are on, like, let's say Tinder, because that's the most common one, And the only reason why they're there is that they're not even looking to date or even make friends. They're just looking for people to, what's the word? Subscribe to their OnlyFans. That's very common now.
Or not even their OnlyFans, but just to gain more followers off of their social media pages.
Yeah.
That shit makes no sense.
It does make sense. If you were, or they're just bots. It does make sense though. Like it doesn't make sense to us because we're like, dude, we're guys over here in a desert, right? A guy's in a desert and we're looking for water, right? And women are in a swamp with all this water, but none of it is drinkable. And if you don't understand that, it's basically guys are walking around in this desert trying to find females to talk to, and there's no females anywhere, and women are surrounded by men in a swamp because it's water, but it's dirty water. They don't want to talk to those guys. They're all dirty, nasty guys. Ugh, they don't want that, man. They want that 2% guy that's just hard to find anyways. What's up?
You know how we can combat that? Men, time to suck dick.
Yeah, we just go gay, guys. Everybody just turn gay at this point.
And we just become gay. Trust me, the women are gonna come flocking to us. There was a movie where I forget why. It was a plot in the movie where they're like, oh, how do we get this? Oh, let's marry. And the two guys marry each other for like some benefit or some shit. I totally forget. I think it was some shit like if they get married and then they get divorced, they get like a bunch of money. So they decided to marry each other and shit. This shit was fucking.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's a crazy movie. If I could find it later, I'll show you guys.
Oh, but I was gonna say this about what Crim was talking about. There's another reason why women will just make an account on a dating app, and it's just simply for validation. They want to know for themselves whether they're attractive or not. And because women are insecure, they don't know these things right off the bat. So they'll make an account, post some photos on there, and when guys hit them up, they're like, "Oh, guys do like me," and it boosts up their ego and they feel good about themselves. But they don't actually care to use the account. They just want the validation. They just want people to add them, send them words of affirmation, and then they're just like, Psh, I'm hot. People like me. That's literally the sole purpose of why they make the account.
But see, if I was him, I wouldn't even promote anything. I would just go.
It's not even for promotion. It's just for themselves. It's for their ego. They need to know themselves. Like, am I attractive? Oh my god, I am. And people keep telling them that they're hot, that they're attractive. They keep getting all these follows, these likes, whatever. And then they're gonna go throughout the real world, with this high expectation of what they believe themselves that they need.
And life's just gonna go clunk.
No, unfortunately, life will not go clunk because they're female.
I brought up bots earlier. It's time to hate on us men. If you fall for that shit, I think you might be a full-blown retard. I'm sorry. Like, there's so many signs that it's a bot, and you guys are giving away money or personal information, and then you get mad because you got scammed out of your money or you got doxxed. It's like, oh, follow me on Telegram. Why can't we just talk on Tinder? Why do I gotta follow you on a obsolete app? It makes no fucking sense. And then sometimes the way they talk is like so robotic, and motherfuckers fall for it. So it's like, bruh.
I've spoken to so many bots at this point. I understand, what the flow is, what they're going for. And they're gonna immediately hit you with the, oh, hi, how are you? Where are you from? Oh, nice. Can you send me a photo? And it's like, I've got photos on my account. And they're just like, can you send me a photo? It's like, okay. And I just send like another photo that's just on my account. And like, oh, cool. Can we talk on WhatsApp? I don't like talking here. And it's like, oh my god, dude, the same flow. And then if you do end up going on the app that they tell you to go on, they're gonna immediately hit you with the whole crypto scam shit. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, this is what I do for a living. I make this much money. How much do you make? Wow, you don't make any money. And then eventually they're gonna try to scam you.
I hate crypto bros, bro. I hate them, bro. Like you're not.
The issue with crypto is that it is actually legit. It's essentially just gambling, but it's legit. But if you're not aware of how it works, you're gonna get scammed.
Yeah.
And a lot of people know it.
Does it not make sense to you guys that fall for it? Like, it's a girl that said, okay, follow me on an obscure app, and then all of a sudden, it just immediately cryptocurrency. Are you invested in this? How much money do you got? It's like,
Yeah.
How do you fall for that shit?
What a transition! Like I'm trying to talk to you, not talk about crypto.
Yeah. Here's another one. Now, we like Terrell said earlier, we had a conversation off camera. It's time to talk about it now. But there's a particular reason that this came up. A very particular reason, and it's because this nigga hates when animals are brought up.
Oh,
Bro, can you talk about that for a second?
Okay. I had a bit of a hot take. I don't know if it's a hot take. It could be to you guys, but to me, this is a very valid take. But I can't stand it when I go on an app and I'm scrolling through all these different profiles, and every single one of them has a female with a pet. Okay, and they have to not only take two photos plus of their pet, but they also got to put it in their bio that they got fur babies, right? And you know they love dogs, they love animals, save the animals, save the planet, blah 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 blah. Listen, at this point, with all the females I've ever spoken with IRL and on these apps, guys, you don't need to bring it up anymore. Or sorry, not guys, ladies, you don't need to bring it up anymore. We know. Okay, we know that you've got fur babies. We know that you love animals. We know that you love the planet. It's not a unique quality or trait. It's just a part of every female at this point. Outside of like old school ones like my mom. My mom doesn't like animals, but
like Rainbow has three cats, right? And you don't put on your bio that you're a fur daddy.
I have more than that technically, but
yeah, you got like 5. Yeah, you don't put it on your account, do you? You put, hey, I'm black, I'm a furry, and I got BBC. Like you put something like that. I'm gay or some shit. I don't know.
A father of 5 fur babies.
Yeah, guys don't be putting that shit on their profiles.
Like I'll mention that like I have cats because I know some people like I've talked with them and they'll go, oh, cats? Oh,
for allergies, right?
Yeah,
that's okay.
Whatever, so.
That's okay. You're gonna mention it at some point during a conversation when you do communicate with that person, but it's not worth putting in your profile. It's a waste of space in a profile, and seeing it constantly throughout all your images. Like I'm trying to look at pictures of you, not of a cat covering half of your face. Like, dude, I don't want to see that shit. Yeah. Or a cat literally just sitting on your bed as a single photo on your account.
So basically what you're trying to say is I'm trying to date you, not your cat.
Not even that. It's just women are treating it as if it's a unique quality or trait. It's not. Like I know you got animals, or I know you love animals. You don't need to tell me you're female. It's expected at this point.
And that's where it's a super hot take.
What? For real? I feel like it's a valid take.
When you said every woman has an animal, it's expected.
So, no. I said every woman either has an animal or loves animals.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I can see it. But you know what's crazy? You were talking about fur babies. There's some people that are dating apps and they're single moms. They're like a mother of like 3. And then they'll put in their bio like, if you don't want to take care of my children, then I don't want you. And I'm like, hard laugh. Like,
the moment
I'm not trying to take care of your children. I do not care. Yeah.
The moment I hear you have kids, I'm uninterested.
Yeah.
I'm not resuming somebody else's save file. No thanks.
I always find it funny that they try to shame you, and it's like, bro, I don't care. You're the one who fucked up, and now you're a mother of 3. Next.
That's weird though, because for me, every time I've communicated with a female that's a mom, they seem like they're. Shut up. They seem like they're very desperate. I've had very opposite experiences.
No. I've had that too, but I've also seen some of those mothers that they'll just straight up tell you is like, I'm letting you know now I'm a mother of this, and if you don't like it, deal with it.
Okay, but
but I know what you're talking about too, because I've seen those desperate ones as well.
Yeah, the moms from my experience are very desperate. They come off as like sad and lonely, and they want to get with the guy immediately.
And it's like, but I feel like if you date a single mother, you just put yourself on child support for the rest of their lives. Now you gotta pay their bills. Like, why would you get yourself into that?
And you know what? Another sad thing about the single moms out there, is they seem to be the ones that are just the best in terms of personality and also life choices after the fact that they got kids. And it's like, dude, why weren't you like this before? Why did it take you having to get kids to realize that, hey, you need to work out, and hey, you should be like, jubilant, right? You should be very jubilant, excited, happy. It takes you having kids and having a fucked up relationship to realize all these different things. It's like, oh my gosh, dude.
And I bet you most
That's
of
their
those.
rude awakening, basically. I guess.
Yeah, and I bet you the people where they're like, oh my god, I can't believe like I had this guy's kids and shit. I bet you some of them had like people that genuinely like want to help me, like, hey, man, this man ain't shit. And then just for them to still do it, be like, they were right. Oh my gosh. Like some self-reflection is needed. At least a little bit. Like I know
sure.
like there's like I know like, and it's not even just women. I know we all have rose-tinted glasses, don't get me wrong. But relationships are built on trust. You know, on like there's like a baseline. You know, you can't just be strangers and then be like, all right, one night stand. All right, you ready to marry? Like, you can't do that. You got to build it up, right? But like, it loops back to what we said earlier. Specifically, women don't, or mostly, don't want to speed run their ideal man. They don't want to build something. They don't want to, you know, meet different walks of life to see like, oh, maybe you don't have this taste. I have this particular man, but you know what? This guy, I really like this guy. He might not meet all of my ideal man, but most of it or some of it, or hey, I could fix him, I could fix her, you know, it's you know,
Trust me, I could fix her.
I could fix her. Looks and see what is this Jerry from Street Fighter. I could fix her.
Oh my
So
god.
stupid.
You're so stupid for that one. The only ones I can't fix are single moms, so that's unfixable.
Yeah, that's unfixable, bro. Like, yeah. Even a team of construction workers can't fix that. Team of mechs can't. All right.
Rainbow, I swear to
Cut
God.
that out, cut that out. All right.
That's why we're going yapping hours, because this motherfucker over
Alright. Well, I mean, do you guys have final thoughts? Because I have one more, but this is kind of particular to me. So do you guys have like any other thing?
Krim, go ahead.
That show?
If you got anything. If not,
I'm single, ready to mingle.
I was just gonna say that there's one last note. There's one last note Rainbow had on here, and he said that only men add me, and
Yeah,
it's
so-
mostly fat niggas. Like, what?
Wait, what is that?
Okay. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't have the experience. All right. Now this is mostly on Grindr, because no shit. But this happens like on Tinder and shit, right? Not even kidding. I'm skinny. I'm black. You know, so there's like expectations, right? Guys see me, they're like, oh wow, he's in my local area. Oh, he's got some of that melanin. Ooh, you know he has to have that BBC, right? Which obviously most of the assumptions are true.
Okay.
But oh, he's got that BBC. Oh, he's skinny. Ooh, look a little feminine. I like that, right? And even if they don't think of it like that, they're just like, oh, he's skinny. Oh, he look real cute, right? Because a lot of guys don't want to. If they do like the type that they are, like if they're fat, you know, the other person's fat, they like that. They want to experiment with like people who are smaller, like me, right?
I feel like fatter guys tend to like the skinnier guys though, or skinnier people in general.
Yeah, I mean, because you know they have that fantasy of like, ooh, let me give him big hugs and shit. There's like a lot of guys I know.
Dominate them and whatnot.
Not even dominate, just like be a big huggy teddy bear, whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, and so like, this was like a Grindr thing, but like I said, you can find it anywhere. It's either anyone who adds me, like I'll find a cute guy and I'm like, ooh, you're cute. Let me swipe right. Let's talk. But every message I ever get, or every like person who swiped right on me, is either fat and or old. I'm like, are you fucking serious, bro? And you know who's worse? I know this is probably going to be a mega hot take. This is probably going to make me look really bad, right? Because I know the people love me and all the comments we ever get, which thanks for the comments. But I'm going to tell you something, y'all.
Anyways.
I'm going to tell y'all something, y'all probably going to hate me for
Yeah,
this.
you already know, Krim. Fuck this guy, dude.
It's mostly...
Let me stop you real quick. Everybody's a peon. Anybody that agrees with you is a fucking peon and a drone.
Exactly.
That's a fucking fact. You've had some of the worst takes. Anyways, continue.
Of all time.
Yeah.
Alright. Hey, shout out to all y'all in the comments. I appreciate you taking.
Shouts for people commenting though. I like you guys commenting. It's great. But
Oh yeah, of course.
stop agreeing with this dumb nigga.
Hey, I'm the one that responds, nigga. All right, now, anyway.
Yeah, do it.
So, like I said, this is gonna be like y'all gonna turn on me for this one, right? Every time I see like a person, right, and I'm like, "Ooh, he's cute," or "Ooh, he's skinny," but it turns out they're either fat and or old. You wanna know who's mostly responsible for that shit? Hispanics. I'm not even fucking kidding. I know how crazy that sounds. Not even joking. Every time I'll be like, you'll just see their face, right? And you're like, oh man, he's pretty cute. How old is he? Oh, he's like 30? Okay, that's around my age, yeah. And then you see them, and they look like they're melting in a volcano. They're just like, all the fucking skin is right here. Some of it's like coming down right here and shit.
You know
they
why?
got like a huge nipple for some reason. Like, you know?
It's because they like to experiment with black dick. That's what it is, man.
Yeah, but it's like, can you at least like hit the dumbbells or some shit, dude, before you try to add me? Goddamn.
Rainbow is a prime example of the woman you were explaining, Terrellion, earlier, with the filling their own ego and shit. Like the self glaze was insane.
Yo.
Okay, but am I wrong though?
Men for being fat and old, like holy shit. I'm skinny. I got the BBCs. Like holy fuck, bro. Chill the fuck out, bro.
but even if I did, that's what's expected. So it's always the fat and or old nigga who always be mad at me.
The way this dude Crim made you look, bro. He made you look bad. I'm skinny. I got the BBC. Holy shit!
Every real, bro. I have to keep it real.
Like, chill out. you don't like big men?
No. I could deal with men
okay, but that's
who have a little something. Yeah, right.
People like big people.
Right. And don't get me wrong.
The way you worded it was as if you hate all fat people. It's like it's always. It's like, bro.
Let me help Rainbow out. Let me help Rainbow out here. I think what Rainbow is basically saying, because this is how it is for me, right? When I'm communicating with women, and we will wrap this up after this. When I communicate with women and they're overweight, I'll be nice. I'll say, overweight, or is that even the nice way to say it? I don't even know what the correct way to put it that is.
I think they like plus size.
Big bone.
Plus size, big bone plus size. Thank you.
Yeah.
When you're big bone and plus size and whatnot, I like to ask. After we add, I say, hey, do you work out? Do you exercise? You got any weight goals or whatever, like fitness goals or whatever, And if they don't actually give me an answer to any of that, and it's just like, oh, I don't care, I'm body positive, I love the way I look, blah blah blah. Then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then I slowly fade out of existence. I slowly fade out. Because you have to at least... Yeah, I slowly fade into that bush. Because the way that I am is, I'll give you a chance. Like, if you're actually willing to put in the work to at least, lose a bit of pounds and not be plus size, then cool, I'm fine with that. But if you're just completely okay and cool with the way that you look and you don't want to actually transform and change the way that you look by any means, I have no interest. And I think it's the same thing for Rainbow, where the guys Rainbow's probably communicating with, they're just completely okay with the way that they look. They don't really care to make a change, and they just want to fuck, right?
Yeah, and it's fine that, look, if you want to do that, you just want to be fat. All power to you. And I give people a chance too. Don't get me wrong. Like, even if they're big, like I give them a chance because maybe they're someone, like, if I'm not interested in them, I don't date them. Hey, they might be a cool person. We might like be friends, whatever.
Friends with benefits.
But these niggas are like fat. Like, I could deal with somebody who has like a bit of something. Don't get me wrong. I have like some homies. I don't really talk to them anymore, unfortunately.
Like me?
Yeah, see, he's a homie. But I have people that I know that look cute. Don't get me wrong. They look cute, or they look handsome, or whatever. But they're not skinny. Like, they have like a little bit of something with them. But they're homies. I haven't spoken to them in a while, unfortunately, because like one of them's like a teacher and shit, so I haven't spoken to them in a while. But I don't mind bigger people. It's just that Stop adding me. Stop adding. I want my fanboys. I want my fanboys. Stop adding me. God damn.
I'm big myself. But even I have my own limits. Like, y'all know I'm trying to work on it and shit. I've been telling you, Jim, blue. I'm trying to look like who's that one character?
Vasaraga.
Yeah, Vasaraga. Yeah, I'm trying to look like
It's funny. It's funny because the next video that we're gonna have, we're gonna talk about.
Drifted on from Tinder problems to hating on fat people. Well, Rainbow hating on fat people.
Hey, this is yapping hours, man. It's still in topic. I feel like it's still in topic. That's okay.
But Rainbow is right. There is a limit. Like, look at me. You can tell with the Iceberg camera right here that I am a big man. I got a big face.
Crim with the demonstration of an iceberg.
Yeah. Like, if I were to back up, you can see I'm a big man. But like Terrell said, I'm working on it.
Yeah, it's different. If you're someone who's working on it, it doesn't matter to me. Like, you just have to at least be putting in the work. That's what matters more. But when you're someone who's gonna come out and say like body positivity, like I love the way I look, it's like, oh, 2 thumbs up as I slowly back away. Like,
and it's like usually when they have that mindset,
2 thumbs up.
Because they're not gonna work on it, they eventually get worse. So they're already fat, and because they're body positive, they will get fatter. And the way I see it is like, it gets to a point. Like me, I don't want to get my weight on some women shit, but like I don't want to get bigger than what I currently am. So that's why I started working out and changing my diet. Like, it gets to a point, you gotta work on it. Like, I don't care if you're body positive, put some effort.
Let me say this as well with this whole body positive thing, and then we can end it here. We're pretty much done. We've been going in circles. If you're gonna be the person that says body positive, and then seek guys out that are like Rainbow, right? Yeah, dude, that doesn't make any sense. If you're body positive and you're cool with the way that you look, also be cool with the way other people look and date other fat people. All right, let's end the fucking video.
Yeah. What is it?
Am I wrong?
Yeah, don't be contradictory. It's just like with women where they're just like, oh, like, I'm a 5 out of 10, but let me get an 11 out of 10. Bitch, no.
There
like,
you go.
boot your shit up. Look, we'll end it on this, and we appreciate everybody watching and shit, but we'll truly end this on this, because I mentioned it before, it probably was overshadowed. I don't want femboys in my DMs. Alright, got it. Femboys in my DMs. Alright, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. You already know what it is, yapping hours. And until then, we'll see you guys later.